Hi everyone, today we're going to take a look at a 16,750 milliamp hour power bank from Ravpower. Now this has two USB outputs and it can actually handle 4.5 amp total output. So what does that actually mean? Well, that means you can connect two tablets to this and it will charge them at full speed. Now this sits somewhere between these smaller 10,000 milliamp hour power banks and then these larger 20 to 25,000 milliamp hour power banks. And this was sent over to me by Ravpower for review, but I'm actually going to be giving it away, so stay tuned till the end of the video to find out more about that. Now, just like most Ravpower power banks, it comes with this nice pouch, which I do like because you can put it in there like that. Not only does it protect it from bumps, but it also protects the USB ports from dirt getting inside them, which can be a problem with some power banks. It also includes a charge cable. This is for charging the power bank. It's a short one, and it includes a longer cable for charging your cell phone or your USB fan or other device that charges from micro USB. And like I mentioned in a previous video, these are good quality cables. Not only are they flat so that they won't get tangled, but they're using thick wires inside, which means they can carry a lot of current. So when charging this, I recommend using the official cable that came with it because they are good quality. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again, Ravpower are not the cheapest. They're not meant to be a budget power bank. They're meant to be a high quality power bank. Yes, you can buy a generic for cheaper, but that doesn't always mean you're actually saving money, because you might buy the generic and then you'll find out that it can't actually output that much power on the USB ports, or you find out that the capacity is not true. They said it was, say, 10,000, but really when you open it up it's just 3,000. Some of them can take really long to charge. And then how about the cells inside? You have no idea, like some generic company, you don't know how good quality the cells are inside. Safety is also an issue. So okay, fine. You know, I openly agree that Ravpower is not the cheapest, but there's a reason why they're so high up on rankings on Amazon. You know, Ravpower, Anker, Orki, they all have similar pricing because they all make really good products. And yes, you pay a little bit extra, but what you get is totally worth it. I have so many power banks from so many different brands, and I've reviewed power banks from so many different brands. But if you look at my Twitter, my Facebook, my other videos, like when I'm vlogging, look at the brands I'm actually using, and then you know those are the good brands. There's a reason why I use them every day. That's why I trust them. That's why I buy them as gifts for my friends or my family. Yes, you can save money with other brands, but you might just be wasting your money. Anyway, let's point the camera down and take a closer look at this. So the test is finished and it ran for just over 10 hours and we were able to draw out 53.321 watt hours. So let me write that down. And the advertised capacity is 61.9 watt hours. So let me do some math to work out the percentage difference between those two numbers. So that works out to around 86.13%. So our losses are 13.87%. Now you might be wondering, well, why are there losses at all? The reason for that is the internal battery is 3.7 volts. When you pull power out, it's being boosted to 5 volts. So you have some losses there. Now on the other Ravpower power banks we've looked at in the past, we've seen this at around 12% losses. Today we're at 13.87. So it's a little bit higher than the other power banks, but it's still within 15%. And that's really the cutoff. Once you go past 15%, you have to start questioning whether it's a true capacity. But since it's, you know, 13.87%, I think we can say that's a true 16,750 milliamp hour power bank. Now let's test the maximum load we can draw from one USB port. So I've got my USB dummy load and my watt meter here, and I'll zoom in on the watt meter and slowly increase the load until the power bank turns off. So we're at half an amp, 1 amp, let's keep going. 1.5 amp, keep going. 2 amp, let's keep going. Okay, so somewhere just beyond 2.2 amp it turned off. Let me bring it down again. So we're back on and I'll slowly increase. So we're at 2.15 amp, let's slowly bring it up. We're at 2.2 amp, let's keep going. 2.25, let's keep going. 2.3 amp seems to be okay, let's keep going. Okay, so when you get past around 2.3 amp, that's when it turns off to protect itself over current protection. And that makes sense because the maximum output between these two ports is 4.5 amp. So 2.3 amp per port maximum. And the next test is to see if I can draw 4.5 amp across the 2 ports. So I've set this one to 2.3 amp, which is the maximum, and then we'll plug this tester in. Now unfortunately the maximum this one can draw is around 1.9 amp. So we've got 2.3 plus 1.9, which is just over 4 amp. Now realistically most devices that use standard USB can't draw more than 2 amp anyway, so I think this is close enough to say that yes, it can probably handle the 4.5 amp on the output. And now let's check if it really supports 2 amp on the input. Again, we'll use my watt meter and I'm charging it from an AC charger. Let's zoom in. So you can see it's negotiating right now, and there you go, over 2 amp. So that's confirmed, it does support 2 amp on the input. Now that's important because that means you can recharge this nice and fast and keep using it over and over again. And now we come to the giveaway. How do you enter? All you have to do is leave a comment down below confirming you're inside the Philippines and tell me what you'd use this power bank for, or what you currently use your power bank for, because people don't just use them for charging their cell phones, they also use them for their USB fan or for USB lighting, or they might use them as like a backup when they're at the beach for their Bluetooth speaker. So tell me what you use your power bank for, or what you would use this one for. Unfortunately, it would just be too expensive to ship this internationally, and it's also quite difficult, the logistics of actually shipping something with a high capacity lithium ion or lithium polymer battery inside. So this is for those inside the Philippines only. And then on the 21st of June, I'll take the names of everyone who made a valid comment, put them inside a cup, mix them around, and then pick out one lucky winner. And then I'll send this to them by OBC. So if you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching.